I thought I'd just do a quick little video on some of the latest beers that we've had in. These beers specifically are from last week, so we got these in on Thursday and Friday last week, but they weren't included in last week's post. So I thought I'd do them now, and we've got even more beers that I'll mention on Thursday. So these are available in-store and online, obviously, and don't forget to tune in. And if you like the videos, you can also subscribe. You should have a subscribe button down the bottom so that you can get notifications for when I'm doing these videos. But the idea is Thursday will be the regular time at 5 PM, and I'll try and fit some others in between then. So I just wanted to highlight a couple of beers that have just come in. The first one is a beer called Continuous Daryl, and so that's from Mornington down in Victoria. I don't hide from the fact that Mornington is one of my favourite Australian breweries, and their IPA is a beer that quite frequently finds the inside of my fridge. So I've often got a 4-pack of that. One of our ex-staff members, Jared, big shout out to Jared, he's actually now one of their sales reps. So he took the plunge and went from retail to the sales repping side of stuff. So Continuous Daryl is a collaboration beer with Ale House, and what they've done is they've continuously hopped for 60 minutes a double IPA, so that's a style of beer. And continuously hopping, if you're wondering what that is normally there's about 3 hop additions during a brew process. So you usually have some for aromatics at the end, and you've got flavour and bittering. And usually they kind of sort of added in 5 minutes into the boil, maybe 30 minutes in the boil, and kind of just flame out towards a sort of 60-minute mark. And what they do with continuously hopped beers, which was kind of really championed by Dogfish Head in the US, is they, for the whole process of the 60 minutes that they might be brewing, or the 90 minutes or 120 minutes they might be boiling the beer, they actually continuously add hops to it. So it might be every 5 minutes they put some hops into it, or every 10 minutes. So instead of having 3-stage process of hopping, it's continuously being hopped. This one showcases the Amarillo hops, and then they've also got some Sorachi and Mosaic hops in there. So the star of the show is the American Amarillo hops, and that's about $9.50, that one there. And they've also re-released their Imperial IPA, their double IPA. So this was showcased last year. We had some of the stock of this last year, and it sold out very, very quickly. Again, another awesome beer from the guys down at Mornington. That's the Australian stuff of new beers. I want to just talk a little bit about Sierra Nevada. So they've released a beer that's called Otra Vez. So in Spanish that actually means other time, is the direct translation or the literal translation of Otra Vez. Otra being other and vez being time. But it's also I guess a bit of a term that's used when people are talking about let's do it again or let's have another. So the idea with this is that this is a beer that has been designed where you can have a couple of them, and it's quite enjoyable. The reason I wanted to talk about this beer, Sierra Nevada are obviously a champion brewery and a sort of pioneer brewery in the US, having started a couple of decades ago. This style is a Goes style. So Goes is originally started in Germany, so it's a style that started in Germany, and the characteristics are usually around sort of bit of tart and saltiness. So it's a kind of funky beer if you're not really used to it. The first time I had a Goes was in Newcastle, and it was one that was made by Doctor's Orders Brewing. So Darren from Doctor's Orders and the guys from Potter's Brewing or Hunter Beer Co. had made a collaboration style, and it was the first time I'd seen a Goes in Australia. This one's quite interesting because it's actually brewed with cactus, so the pear cactus that is native to California. They've actually used the cactus fruit and put that into the brew, and some grapefruit as well. So expect a bit of tartness and a bit of saltiness from this beer, and it's really, really good value. So $5 on the bottle. And yeah, available in store and online, that one. And I'd say if you haven't tried a Go style, it's a pretty I guess easy entry. If you don't like it, it's only $5. If you love it, well, it's great that it's $5. So that's the Otra Vez from Sierra Nevada. And another international brewer, so Evil Twin. There's originally a Danish brewer out of the States at the moment. And this is his third take on what he's called Molotov cocktail. So his first one was a double IPA at about, I think it was about 11%. It was just called Molotov Cocktail. And then he did another one which was called Molotov Cocktail Light. And even that at a light beer was still 8%. So he's now gone the other way, and he's gone with a double IPA that's at 17.2%. So he's gone from brewing a double IPA to kind of tweaking it backwards to taking it to the next level. So that's called Molotov Cocktail Heavy. And there was about 14 cases of this that came to Australia only, and we got one case of that. That will set you back a few dollars. It is 17.2%, so there's a bit of excise that goes into it to our nice government. So it's about $43 on the bottle on that one. But again, it's quite limited in that there's only about 13 or 14 cases that came into Australia. So that's the Molotov Cocktail Heavy. And I promised a little special, so what we're going to do for the next week or so, we're going to have the Motus cans. So I did a video about the Motus cans. They were featured in a video about 2 weeks ago. So we've got the 500ml cans, we've got their Pale Ale and their Former Tenant, which is the red IPA. And both of those we're going to be putting on a 2 for special. So the Pale Ale is going to be on 2 for $15. Normally 2 would cost you about $19. So 2 for $15 on the Pale Ale. And on the Former Tenant red IPA, this one they're going to be on 2 for $20. So normally probably about $28 worth of value for $20. So 2 for $20 on those ones, and available in store and online as well. So that's the couple of beers I thought I'd share with you today. Don't forget to tune in again on Thursday, 5 p.m. is the goal for me. And if you like it, please write some comments down below. Any questions, you can leave them there as well. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe, and thanks very much for tuning in. Cheers.